Hello everybody, my name is Tech Yo-Yo, and I'd like to officially welcome you to the very first Caterpie Direct. Yes, this is a play on Nintendo Direct. Yes, I'm not very creative. I thought this would be a more interesting way to go over some things I wanted to talk to you guys about and some announcements I had to make, instead of just doing a normal boring vlog or just having random Pokemon, well actually this is Smash Brothers, but footage in the background to entertain you guys. So, as you can see over here, there is a list of topics we're going to be going over today, with annotations. So if you want to skip ahead to any point in the video or go back and watch something, feel free to click right over here and it'll take you to that point in this video. And for you mobile users who can't click on annotations, there should be links that will take you to certain points in this video down in the description. So feel free to click those. So the first thing we're going to be talking about today is my next Nuzlocke run, which I gave a major hint to at the end of my Pokemon Stadium 2 finale, which if you haven't gone and seen that yet, you should definitely go check it out as we take on Red, as I try to win my third Nuzlocke. That's right, I've only done like 50 of these now, and I've only won 2 before that video. So is that a spoiler? Before that? I don't know. Sorry. So at the end of that video, like I said, there is like a big tease to what my next series is going to be. If you haven't figured it out yet, the past few series I've done, I've really just kind of wanted to try to be innovative and unique and just try to separate myself a bit, because if it seems like no matter what channel you go to, you'll end up finding a Blaze Black Nuzlocke or a Sacred Gold Egglock or a Wedlock or something, or everybody's freaking playing Pokemon Glazed, it seems. And I've kind of wanted to be different and special of sorts, which is why I've been doing Eeveelock, is why I did the Stadium 2 Nuzlocke, just because it's those things I've never seen people do before, and I thought that'd be more exciting. And that's something I plan on doing with my next series, which is a Pokemon Emerald Egglock. And the first part 0 technically of that, should be out tomorrow, which will be the video which explains how you can submit your eggs, where to submit eggs, blah blah blah. And the series should be officially starting by May 1st. That's like the tentative start date, but it could potentially start before that, depending on how fast eggs are submitted and how fast I import them. But that is going to be my top priority, is to import the eggs and get that series started as soon as possible. So within the next week or so, we should be underway on our Pokemon Emerald Egglock, which should be really super duper exciting. I'm really pumped about doing this, guys. But this does lead us to what my major announcement is. So I've been doing Nuzlockes for about 2.5 years now. I think if you add up all the different co-ops and Nuzlockes and Egglocks I've done, I believe we're at least probably 15-20 now, because I know I've had like 9 main series Nuzlocks, Coliseum Nuzlocke, Dark Rising Nuzlocke. I did a few co-op Nuzlocks, Egglocks. I've done a lot of them lately, and like I was saying earlier, it seems like no matter what channel you go to, you'll be seeing Nuzlockes of just like the same games over and over. And I don't like that. I don't like just feeling like everybody else, which is why I've decided that after the Emerald Egglock, or actually, the Pokemon Emerald Egglock will be my final Nuzlocke. For now. We're going to be taking a break for a bit. And I don't want that to take away from the Emerald Egglock and make it seem like I'm burnt out or something, because it's not that at all. I don't feel burnt out. I feel like I could still make exciting Nuzlocke adventures and stuff. I just feel like it's also time to try testing out something else and try being a little more creative and just kind of innovate my channel a little and bring different kind of content instead of just Nuzlockes. Because I feel like a lot of Poketubers, or YouTubers, whatever the term is you want to use, kind of have to rely on Nuzlockes to be entertaining. And I know a lot of people who watch YouTube only like to watch Nuzlockes because those are dramatic and entertaining and things die. And they're just kind of what the popular thing in the Pokemon community is, aside from Wi-Fi battles, but that's a completely different topic. So, but I kind of feel like I've done all the Nuzlockes I can. I've Nuzlocked like every main series game now, several hacks, and it's basically with the exception of a few breaks, like when I first started my solo run with Butterfree, and when I did Red Rescue Team like early last year, it's basically been non-stop Nuzlockes on my channel, and I feel like I need a break. You know, we gotta do other things. For the past month or so, I've just been having all these different ideas I can do with Pokemon and with non-Pokemon stuff. And yes, that means you don't have to worry. Pokemon will be staying on my channel. Pokemon will be the main focus on my channel. Probably now and forever, which isn't a bad thing. I know I said that and it's kind of like forever, but no, it's not a bad thing. I love Pokemon. You guys love Pokemon. You came here to watch Pokemon, but at the same time, I kind of feel like I need to spread my oats, spread my seeds. I don't. That feels like I'm pollinating something. I don't want to pollinate anything. I want to keep all my seeds inside me. The last thing we need is little Hardies running around. That would be a nightmare. There's a mosquito. Sorry, there's been a ton of mosquitoes around here lately. Just see my arm. They're just like, well, I don't think you could tell, but there's a lot of mosquito bites on it. It's horrible. So I believe that brings us to our next point, which is future projects that I'm going to be doing on my channel. For now, I am going to be obviously doing my Emerald Egg Lock. I am going to be continuing my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky Let's Play, which I know a lot of you really do enjoy that. And some of you probably don't like to watch it because maybe it's not a Nuzlocke. If I was doing Mystery Dungeon Nuzlocke, some of you might care. But hopefully I could try to win you over. And I just want to take a minute here to show you guys a little bit of Mystery Dungeon, just kind of show you what the series is all about. If you never watched it before, if you choose not to watch it, just show you what you're missing out on, and maybe win over some of you to come and join us on our adventure. So here you go, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explores the Sky. Hardy Tech Yo-Yo, Team Caterpie, Incorporated. Let's play the clip. Are you male or female? 1 second. Well, technically male. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Bubble, bubble, bubbles. These are my bubbles. You can't have them because these are mine. I'm trying to outlaw you, mister. Hey, I didn't even get it. Leave the frickin' show us alone. Come back here. I'm trying to... Will you show us? You're getting involved in Pokemon exploration official business. Why are all the shows defending the outlaw? Ah, brother. Can't believe this is happening. Hope you have candy. And teddy bears. Azura! Marl! Wow, I was safe, but I'm crying anyways because I'm a little bitch. I'll surely get to the bottom of it this time. Or in time. Something time. Explorers of Time! Puns and puns! So, that is Explorers of Sky. Hopefully that seemed entertaining to some of you. There will be a link to that playlist down in the description. And we will be continuing to play that in the future, probably starting tomorrow. I think we're going to have the next part up. So, I don't know. It should be soon. But that will be continuing that. And we'll also be doing what will definitely be one of the main series on this channel, Pokemon Versus. For those of you who were following the Fire Red Omega elimination race I was doing with my friend Spizzles, it did recently come to an end as I destroyed him. And we are planning our next Nuzlocke versus. Most likely going to be a Nuzlocke. The thing is, we haven't locked in 100% what game we're going to be doing, because I'm not aware at the moment if Spizzles can run a DS emulator at full speed. So if he can't, we'll most likely be doing a Game Boy Advance game. But it is going to be of the Johto region, which should be super exciting. We were originally going to do Emerald, but that got changed once I decided to do my Emerald Egg Lock. So, but the big thing about the next versus we're going to be doing, which I'm super excited about, and hopefully I just realized you guys can't see my hands. I've been doing like a ton of hand motions because I talk with my hands a lot, and my hands are like way down here and you can't see them. So, as far as I know, like when you see my arms moving, I could just be doing very inappropriate things. So we should probably just get my hands up here now. But yes, in my next versus, we will hopefully be having an awesome new feature that I was a little unsure about announcing at first because I wasn't positive that it was going to be able to work. But I do feel confident saying that our next versus will actually have dual face cams as well. So Spizzles will be recording his face cam, I'll be recording mine, and both of those will be featured in the versus as well. I think at this point, face cams have kind of become a staple on my channel because I've done them on all of my series for roughly 6 to 7 months now, I believe. I think I started doing it in October of last year, and I've had them in all of my series now, pretty much. So I think adding it to Versus will also be really awesome, because you can see our reactions as we banter at each other, and we rage, and we yell, and it should just make it a lot more exciting. And some of you may have never seen what Spizzles looks like before. Lucky you. Sorry, buddy. So that may also be something that'll entice you. But that should be starting soon. Hopefully within the next week or so we can figure that out and I can get all the graphics made and we'll be able to start that series. And like I said, Pokemon will definitely not be ending on this channel. Once Emerald comes to an end, it doesn't mean it's going to be the end of Pokemon, especially the main series Pokemon games, because I want to do a lot more. I just don't want to do Nuzlockes. I may start doing monotype runs, solo runs, other kind of challenge runs. I just kind of want to take a break from Nuzlockes, like I said, and try to do other things, explore other options in Pokemon. And honestly, it's kind of a test of myself, because I don't want to feel like I need Nuzlockes as a crutch to be entertaining, to have like the death reactions be entertaining. I want to test myself to see if I feel like I can be entertaining while not having that Nuzlocke kind of crutch thing, you know, just while doing a monotype run. Like, I thought my solo run with Butterfree came out really well. That was, I say this about every series. I'm like, that was one of my favorite series to record, and I'm starting to feel like really hypocritical and really generic when I say that a lot, but I loved a lot of my series, almost all my series, except for those ones that we don't talk about. But yes, I definitely plan on doing more Pokemon things. Plus, I do kind of want to explore the world of non-Pokemon games. I have done it a little bit in the past with a little Inferno, which was a wonderful Let's Play in my opinion. If you haven't seen that, you should definitely go watch Little Inferno. What other non-Pokemon things have I done? Have I done any other non-Pokemon stuff? This is awkward. But yes, I do want to try exploring into new territory when it comes to gaming. I don't know if it's going to be Let's Plays or not. I've been considering Kingdom Hearts a lot lately because I've said many times Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. I know there's a big rabid fan base for Kingdom Hearts 2, so I think you guys might enjoy that. Although I don't know if the Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts fanbase really crosses over a lot. I didn't think about that part. But I'm definitely considering doing something with Kingdom Hearts, as well as many other games, such as some games in the Super Mario series, Super Smash Brothers, and some other games that I've had in mind. So one thing I've been considering is some videos I really enjoyed lately, and that you guys seem to enjoy, are those little one-off videos I've done, like Pokemon Project Studio and Pokemon Snap, just like 5 to 10 minute or so, just like one-off video on a game, just having some fun playing through it, getting my reactions to it, which I think that might work really well with like non-Pokemon stuff. And I've actually had this series idea in mind where each video I just go play like a different game for like a nice little session, just chunk out what I consider might be the funny moments. So I might actually start testing that out during the egg lock, just kind of seeing what you guys' reception is to that. So while I do want to do non-Pokemon games, and I've already had some in mind, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing yet, which is definitely the difficult part about this. Like, having all these ideas, but not having, like, good, solid ideas. Like, they're all just vague ideas at the moment, which makes them really horrible ideas, because I'm like, oh, this would be cool. Then I start thinking about it, and I just kind of sit there like, I don't know what to do with this idea. It's just like a cloud of imagination that I have to try to form into gold. And it's not easy, guys, okay? It's very difficult on a little Caterpie. So the final segment I wanted to do is something I dubbed A Word with Hardy, because I just want to take a moment and talk to you guys for a second. I've been making YouTube videos for, it'll be 6 years, I believe, in November, since I started making YouTube videos, and this is the first thing I've ever felt passionate about in my life. I've tried a lot of hobbies before, and I just kind of give up on them, or I get bored, and I just kind of move on and stuff. I've had that problem with writing a lot, where I start writing, I get super excited, and then I just kind of like, nah, you're boring. But making videos has been the one constant in my life for the past 6 years, and for about the first 4 or so of that, I just kind of did it for me. You know, I did stop motion videos, I made videos from Skate 3, I did Call of Duty videos just to entertain myself, because I've always loved expressing myself. And it wasn't until I started doing Pokemon videos, I'm sorry if there's a random cut here, I like paused and I forgot what I was saying, but once I kind of started building up a fan base and I started having people that looked up to me, of all people, it was really weird. And you know, people that wanted to be my friend and wanted to talk to me, had a really weird effect on me, because for years before I started doing Pokemon videos, and when I was just making videos and just random videos, and before I even made videos, like during my high school years and junior high years, I was like the definition of the outcast and the loner. Like, I didn't have any friends basically for my entire high school life. Part of that was because I was homeschooled, but part of that was just because I was always like the weird guy nobody wanted to be around. And all of a sudden I come here, and this is the first place I've ever felt like I've fit in before, and that I'm actually wanted. in a community, which is, I don't think you guys like realize how much that means to me, how awesome it is to feel like I actually matter, I guess, because I never felt like in my family, I never felt like I was important or that I fit in. I definitely don't fit in with my family. I never like really had a circle of friends that made me feel like I fit in. I was never the popular kid. I went to school, I went home, I watched TV, played video games, just that was me. And all of a sudden, for the past few years, I've actually felt like I'm special, I guess. I don't want to say it like that. I always get really scared when I talk about things like this because I worry that I'll end up coming off like egotistical if I use the wrong word, and that is not the thing. I definitely don't like to think that I'm egotistical at all. And I feel like if I say I'm really humble about all this, then that's also egotistical. Like, oh, he's humble. No, just no matter what, it'll never set in like the fact that I'm somewhat, I guess, prominent member of the Pokemon community. Because, like I said, it feels like 20 or 30 people are watching me when it's at least a few thousand, like every video, which is, it's so weird. And it'll probably never set in, that reality. But I just wanted to thank you guys because you've had such an impact on my life. Those long-term members of Team Caterpie. If this is the first time you're watching me, then this probably doesn't count towards you yet. I'm sure in the future it will if you keep watching and you send me cookies in the mail. Please do that, by the way. I'm really kind of hungry right now. I could go for a cookie. Oatmeal raisin is my favorite. I love oatmeals and raisins. I don't like raisins by themselves. I only really like them in oatmeal raisin cookies or like granola bars. I don't know. I've never like got a pack of raisins and just been like nom 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 nom. Maybe it's because I'm eating them wrong. I didn't consider that part. How did I get off topic? What was I talking about? Oh, right. I just wanted to say, like, thank you guys so much. You've meant so much to me over the past few years, and without you, I don't want to say I wouldn't be making videos without you, because I did it for 4 years just by myself. I never got views, I never got comments or likes or anything. I just did it because I loved expressing myself, and I liked being creative, and admittedly, I'd probably still be doing that. Maybe not as frequently, because I didn't do daily uploads before, but you guys have had such like an impact on my personal life, and you've made me feel so much more confident about myself. Like before, I had no self-confidence. I hated myself. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel somewhat confident. I don't like loathe myself anymore. I don't really have that much self-hatred. And I feel like I'm a better person because of you guys. And I'll never be able to make that up to you guys. And I'm forever in your debt. And the only way I could ever think of to make it up to you is to play Pokemon and rage and cry for your enjoyment. So hopefully we can continue doing that in the future. And that is going to bring an end to the very first Caterpie Direct. I'm really sorry about the news that Nuzlockes are going to be taking a break for a while once Emerald comes to an end. But at the same time, I feel like this is going to give me the motivation I need to make sure I go out with a bang. And I want Emerald to be one of my best series of... This is doing the thing again where I can't see my hands. This is going to be like one of the best series I've ever done. At least I want it to be. And if I have my say about it, it's going to be one of the best series just in Pokemon in general. So we're going to go out with bang, and it's going to be starting very soon. And hopefully you guys will come along for the ride. So... hopefully you guys aren't too upset. If you have any suggestions for things like you'd like to see me do in the future, both Pokemon and non-Pokemon, or if you have any feedback on any of the other ideas I've told you guys about in this video so far, I'd love to hear about them. If you don't mind, please feel free to leave a like on this video or share it. Or does anyone actually use the share button? I don't think I've ever like once clicked it before. You should click the share button. You don't have to actually share it. Just see what happens when you click it, because I'm kind of curious. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Hardy Tech Yo-Yo. That's Super Smash Brothers. Who's winning right now? I don't know. I just put on like a 30-minute battle just to see what's going to happen. And wow, holy crap, I've been talking for 20 minutes. I should probably stop now. But yeah, I think it's Pikachu versus Jigglypuff versus Mewtwo because I don't have Pichu unlocked because Pichu freaking sucks.